How we doing, folks? Your host Moose here on the Pitt Panthers Football Network as your Pitt Panthers welcome the Duke Blue Devils to Heinz Field. The Panthers coming off a big win over the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets, and they're looking to keep their hopes for the ACC Coastal Division crown alive. Duke, on the other hand, looking to potentially sweep into the Coastal conversation and also pick up a couple more wins just to get bowl eligible. So it's definitely got a lot of postseason implications for both teams in this particular matchup as we send you out to Heinz Field for the call, the number 10 Pitt Panthers and the Duke Blue Devils on the Pitt Panthers Football Network. So we welcome you to Heinz Field as the Panthers start with the ball here from their own 25-yard line after a touchback with Ben DiNucci under center. He's got Darren Hall, who's had a couple of good games lately, a couple touchdowns and a 120-yard performance in a victory over Virginia for the Panthers. And he starts off with a great 21-yard rush here, really off to a nice start. He gets a fantastic lead block from both Jared Jones-Smith and George Aston, the fullback. That's a 21-yard gain and a first down for the Panthers. As we look at the tail of the tape, Duke really has struggled on offense, though they do get often injured quarterback Daniel Jones back into the lineup for this matchup to hopefully give them a spark and potentially spur on an upset for the Blue Devils here in a primetime Saturday night matchup. DiNucci under center again. They've got Aston in motion. It's going to be a handoff to Hall again. Similar play, but to the outside left. And this time Hall's got plenty of room yet again. And that's another 20-yard carry for Darren Hall. 2 times toting the football. 20 yards on each carry. And the Panthers are moving the ball with ease to start this game. Quadri Olson checks in, and he takes a handoff and finds a little bit of room there to the left for a 6-yard carry. The Panthers' leading rusher on the season, Olson, as he's nearing 1,000 yards for the campaign. Hall's back as the sidecar to DiNucci, and he's going to take a handoff here. And Darren Hall's got space. Again, he busts it outside. One man to beat. He's inside the 10, and that's 20 more yards for Darren Hall, who's up over 60 yards on just this drive. The Panthers yet to air it out, and they're already inside the Duke 10-yard line, so it'll be first and goal. Hall in the I formation, Flanagan in motion. The handoff is to Darren Hall. He gets around Jones-Smith, his lead blocker, who got in the way there, and he only is able to pick up about a yard, setting up second and goal. Hall is the only man behind DiNucci, and he does take the handoff yet again, tries to cut back to the middle, and he's taken down after a 3-yard carry, so it's going to be third and goal for the Panthers from the 6. So they are in the shotgun now, potentially going to air it out for the first time as they've got Hall next to DiNucci. Takes a handoff, cuts upside, and he just barely gets shut down at about the half-yard line, 5 yards, but he can't get into the end zone. And the Panthers are going for it. They are making a statement early. They say, we want to run it down your throats. Aston goes in motion. Hall is the setback and takes the handoff, goes forward, and he is stuffed. 3 Blue Devils stack him up at the goal line, and he is taken down at the half-yard line. He can't force his way over into the end zone. The Panthers turn the ball over on downs. That's a huge momentum swing for the Blue Devils, though they still have 99 yards to go if they want to get to the other end zone. And Jones going to hand off to his fullback Brown there. That's Brody Brown with the carry. Picks up 3 to at least give the Blue Devils a little bit of space to work with. And they come out in the hurry up. They're going to plan to do that all day. They got a very high-paced offense. Jones here goes play action. He looks and throws, and he's got Birmingham across the middle. Mark Birmingham for 11. Big first down for the Blue Devils, and they've got a lot more room to work with now. 2nd and 10, and Jones is back to pass. Big rush by the Panthers up the middle, but he holds his calm, gets it outside to Brody Brown for an 8-yard grab, setting up here now 3rd and 1 for the Blue Devils, and the Panthers deciding what they're going to do. I expect them to bring some pressure on this particular play. And Jones reads it perfectly. The Panthers sent a ton of players up the middle. He holds on to it on the read option, cuts outside, and that's a 13-yard carry for a Duke Blue Devils first down. So they're out to their own 40-yard line. Still a long ways to go. 3rd and 7. Jones is back to pass. He looks. He finds Romming, but great defensive play by Avonte Maddox to break things up and force the Blue Devils into a punt. So the Panthers will take over, and they're going to come out in a 4-wide set with Olesen next to DiNucci here. Maybe we see our first DiNucci pass attempt of the day. He rolls out to his left, throws, he's got Olesen, but it's a very good defensive play there, broken up, and the Panthers will come out 2nd and 10. Now they got Aston running in motion across the formation. DiNucci's going to pitch it out wide to Quadri Olesen. He cuts it up and picks up about 4 on that carry, setting up 3rd and long for the Panthers. So DiNucci's going to come out under center. He's got 3 wide with Matthews in the slot to the right. Darren Hall is a setback, and it's play action to Hall. DiNucci rolls out, but he sees the pressure. He's got Henderson wide open over the middle. DiNucci just gets incredibly flustered there and misses his target by about 5 yards, and the Panthers have to punt the ball away. Jones back to pass. The Panthers bring the blitz again, but it's a nice screen to Wilson, who's forced out by Paris Ford and Avonte Maddox, but he does get enough yards for the first down. So the Blue Devils have done a fantastic job combating the pressure that the Panthers have brought so far. And the Panthers will bring somebody again, and they do a great job through the Blue Devils. Whitehead pushes TJ Roming out, but the Panthers brought a corner blitz from the right-hand side, and Duke threw a screen to that side to counter. It was a fantastic play call. Yet again, 3rd and 1, and it's Jones. He runs that read option. He's got plenty of room up the middle, and he's down to the Pitt 15. That's 21 yards for Daniel Jones. He's not showing any hint of that stress fracture in his foot that may have kept him out of the game today. He is running the ball very, very well. 1st and 10, he runs the read option again, and Jordan Whitehead, though, is going to be right there to twirl him down for just a 3-yard gain. So Duke doing a really good job of just keeping the ball away from the pressure that the Panthers bring. 3rd and 2, though. Jones in kind of a pistol look here as they've got a heavy set. He runs the read option again, and this time it's going to be Jason Jordan, the freshman, coming on the blitz, and he knows that read option has been very lethal, and he takes down Daniel Jones and forces a field goal attempt. Jordan would have to be helped off on the play with an injury. We'll have to see what his status is, but he does force a field goal for the Blue Devils. In a big game around the country, this is Iowa State upsetting Texas Tech, just their 2nd win on the season. Warren with 154 yards, landing passes for 227, and down goes Texas Tech. So a big win for Iowa State, and that would help the Panthers, who are just 2 spots behind Texas Tech in the rankings. So with a win today, we'd expect the Panthers to move up from their 10th position. 1st and 10, they're going with Henderson off to the left and some pre-snap motion. They do hand it to Henderson, but no room. The Blue Devils know about that jet sweep and the potential it does have for the Panthers, and they eat that up and bring down Henderson for no gain. So DiNucci in the shotgun here on 2nd down. Assesses the situation. Duke brings some pressure. Combat with a screen to Weah, who's got plenty of room. We know about the blazing speed he has. He breaks a tackle. Weah into the open field. 20, 15, 10, 5, and that's a Pitt Panthers touchdown. Jester Weah, the Panthers scored a touchdown on the exact same play against Georgia Tech last Thursday, and the midline screen to Weah gets some fantastic blocking downfield. He breaks a tackle and uses his speed to run away from the defenders for a 71-yard touchdown, and just like that, the Panthers take their first lead of the game, I should say, 7-3. But Duke, with that quick hurry-up offense, finds TJ Roming for a first down and get readily set up to try and get the Panthers kind of out of position and not ready for the next play. Jones, great throw, and that is Chris Taylor for 17 yards and another Duke first down. Jones slinging the ball all over the field, and it's 1st and 10 now inside the Panthers 30 at the 27-yard line as they go with that hurry-up yet again. 3-wide set. Jones, play action pass. He's back. He looks deep. He's got a man, and that's TJ Roming in the end zone. Daniel Jones puts an absolute strike on the board. Avonte Maddox got beat off the line very badly, and the speed of Roming led him in the open field. Dennis Briggs in for Jordan Whitehead, not able to make the play and cover over the top. And just like that, Duke taking the lead 10-7 here at the end of the first quarter at Heinz Field. And the Panthers will open up here possession in the second quarter with DiNucci under center. He's going to hand the ball off to Quadri Olesen. He's got plenty of room outside. Some fantastic edge blocking from the Panthers yet again, and that's 13 yards for the Panthers' leading rusher on the season. First and 10 now from the 38. Another run here. Danucci's going to hand off to Darren Hall. He gets outside. Plenty of room for the speedy little running back. And that, well, I guess he shouldn't say he's not so little. He's a great runner. He's got good speed, real deceptive, to be honest. And Darren Hall has really come on strong here in these last couple of weeks. 120 yards 2 weeks ago. He's got 60 yards last game, and Quadri Olison showing, hey, he's not somebody to forget about. That's a 23-yard gain as he gets outside and unfortunately steps out of bounds, or he maybe could have been off to the races. So Panthers now running play action. Danucci back in the pocket. He's going to roll out. Can he find a man? He looks. He's got Quadri Henderson. Unbelievable catch. That's a one-handed grab by Henderson, and he catches and runs for 21 yards to get the Panthers down to the 6-yard line. This is an area where they struggled on their opening possession of the game. They sent Henderson pre-snap motion. Could it be some kind of trickery? They're going to send Henderson across the formation, but they'll just hand off to Darren Hall, who goes up the middle, picks up 3 down to the 3-yard line. So the Panthers may be getting in that a bit conservative trap as far as play calling is concerned. Danucci under center again, messing the play up. He gives it to Hall, and he can't get anywhere. He's down to about the 2 for the Panthers. So they are getting forward progress, but only down to the 2-yard line. So 3rd and goal for the Panthers. Will they try and run it up the gut? It's play action this time, but Danucci is leveled and taken down at the 10-yard line. The play never developed as Mike Ramsey busted through the middle, beats Alex Officer and Brandon Hodges, and brings down the quarterback Danucci. And the Panthers, they're not messing around on 4th down this time. They bring in freshman Jay Bump, who knocks the ball through the uprights to level the score at 10 apiece. So the Blue Devils coming out. Jones in the shotgun again like he's going to be all night. Throws the ball, finds Rahming, who's already got a touchdown and having a fantastic performance for the Blue Devils. 4 catches already for the speedy receiver, and the Blue Devils are moving the ball to about midfield already. First and 10 as he drops back. It's Jones finding Rahming yet again, where he's brought down by Avonte Maddox, but he gets just enough for another Blue Devils first down. Jones already up to 150 yards passing on the evening. The Panthers had done such a great job defending the pass the last couple of weeks against both Virginia and Georgia Tech, but they can't seem to do anything to stop this Duke lineup. They're playing man typically with some deep safeties, and they haven't been able to do anything. That's another huge first down for the Blue Devils, down to about the 20-yard line. Jones back to pass yet again. Looks over the middle. He's got Lee, who gets just enough for a first down. Does Trayvon Lee, able to fight through a tackle there and get just enough to get to the 11-yard line. So Jones in the shotgun, 1st and 10, looking. He's brought down and leveled in the backfield. That's freshman Sean Wolfgang. Some freshmen making some huge plays for the Panthers. Wolfgang gets into the backfield and brings down Jones for his 2nd sack of the season. Great job from Sean Wolfgang to get into the backfield now. After a short Jones run, it's 3rd and 9. Looking to convert. They've got to get all the way to the 1. Shotgun for Jones. Back to pass. Plenty of time, but he can't get anywhere near. Great coverage by the Panthers. They took away any of the first down routes, and they forced just a 1-yard completion. So Duke will have to settle for a field goal, and they will retake the lead 13-10. But the Panthers, even though they're getting just thrashed through the air right now, they're bending but not breaking, doing just enough to keep themselves within striking distance here in this matchup. And Danucci is back to pass on 2nd and 7. He looks, he's got Jester Weah again, and it's a great catch by Weah, who gets just enough for the first down. And we know what kind of ability he has, does the Panthers' leading receiver. 2nd and 11, Danucci hands off to Darren Hall. Plenty of room, some great blocking. That's Henderson who did a nice job setting up the edge for Darren Hall. He turns into a 10-yard carry. He's nearly up to 100 here in the first half, and it'll be 3rd and inches for the Panthers. So Danucci in the shotgun. He's going to take a look. Could it be a similar type of play? It's going to be a read option. Danucci holds on to it. He's got plenty of room up the middle, and Ben Danucci is off to the races. He could go all the way. Touchdown for the Panthers quarterback. The sophomore makes a fantastic mental decision, holds on to the ball, and scampers all the way to the end zone. And the Panthers go up 17-13. So it's just a fantastic play. We know Danucci, not the best thrower in the world, but he is very cerebral back there, seems to make the right decision, especially in the running game, and he did just that, holding on to the ball and giving the Panthers their second lead of the afternoon or of the evening. Jones going deep on this play. It's 3rd and 17. Knocked down Dane Jackson with his second pass deflection of the game, forcing the Blue Devils into a punt. So for all that offensive attack that Duke's been able to do, they're still trailing by 4 here late in the second quarter. And the Panthers not going to do themselves any favors there. They tried the screen to get Henderson the ball and let him work some magic with his speed, but unfortunately it turns into a 5-yard loss for 2nd and long. So DiNucci in the shotgun. He's got 4 wide to look at. He's going to take a deep look. He's got Weah, and Weah brings it in. Fantastic grab. Lovely spin, but he's leveled there, and he's knocked down, and that is not a good sign for the Panthers. DiNucci, great job reading the coverage. Weah had blown by his man, and no one was near him, and he's able to get first down yardage. But he's extremely slow to get up on the play. The trainers will have to attend to him and help him off of the field, so that is not a good sign. Hopefully, good things to come for Jester Weah. Hopefully, we'll get a report on him a bit later in the game and see his status and see if he can return. But the Panthers will have to continue on this drive here, and they pick up just a single yard with a pitch. They ran the shovel option, and Quadri Olson gets just a single yard. So DiNucci back in the shotgun, 3rd and 7 as he lets the clock tick, 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 and run down. Big pressure, and Olson picks up the ball. He's trying to get to the first down marker, and he can't. He's brought down just a yard short, and the Panthers will have to settle for a field goal from Jay Bump here as time is about to expire. They called timeout with 2 seconds to play. Bump comes up, and cool as the other side of the pillow, knocks the ball through the uprights and sends the Panthers into halftime with a 20 to 13, I should say, advantage here on the Pitt Panthers Football Network. So a tough half of football. Definitely, some issues for the Panthers to work out. They've been running the ball incredibly well. A couple of big plays in the passing game, but other than that, not a ton of opportunities. So Duke will want to cut that out. The Panthers really need to figure out a way to shut down this passing attack from the Blue Devils. They've been able to find the holes and the soft spots in the Panthers defense the entirety of this game, but with that hurry up their run, and they haven't had as much time to just be on the field. So Duke will want to get that offense out there and keep the ball moving the rest of the way if they want to win. So we'll see you guys out here for the second half on the Pitt Panthers Football Network. So we welcome you back to the second half at Heinz Field. In the news, the prognosis on Jester Weah is not good. He's got back spasms, definitely a back injury, and he's going to be more than likely out for a couple of weeks. Definitely will not return for this game, but it remains to be seen how long he'll be out for. But the expectation is he won't be able to play more than likely next week, but obviously that's an injury that will have to be monitored as we move forward. So definitely won't see Weah today, but hopefully at some point the remainder of the season, you'd hate to see a senior go out like that. And Duke on their opening possession, not able to do anything. Keyshawn Camp breaks up a Daniel Jones option play and forces the Blue Devils into a punt. So DiNucci with trips to his right in a tight formation, pitches out to Olson. He's got plenty of room, gets 8 yards, and the Panthers already over 200 yards rushing on the day. And Olson is shaken up on that play. He's going to have to limp off, and we'll see if he can come back into the football game. So the injury bug really striking the Panthers. They've lost Jason Jordan already. Weah is out for the game, and then Quadri Olson remains to be seen if he'll be able to return. So Jordan Whitehead takes his first handoff of the day for the Panthers, and they're able to move the football and pick up first down yardage there. 3rd and 2, though, now. DiNucci gives the ball off to Darren Hall. Huge bit of blocking there. He runs into a lineman, but he's off to the races, down to the 23-yard line. That's a 30-yard carry for the Panthers running back, and he doesn't care if Olson's out. Darren Hall's more than happy to take the workload field here and keep moving the ball for the Panthers. Danucci back to pass. He's got French on a comeback route and finds him, takes a 2nd and 18 and turns into a 3rd and 4. So really good pass from Danucci to turn this into a manageable 3rd and 4 situation. So he's back to pass. Looks like they're setting up a screen. They do. It's Darren Hall, but he's got nowhere to go. Going to lose 4 yards, and the Panthers will be forced into another field goal attempt. So Bump comes out to attempt it. It's about a 38-yarder, and that is up and through the uprights, and the Panthers take a 10-point lead now, 23-13. So the Duke offense struggled on their opening possession. Jones now 3rd and 7. He's going to be forced to run. He's tackled by Hendricks, and it's a sacked fumble. Unfortunately for the Panthers, it is recovered by Duke, but it's going to force a 4th and 18, and the Blue Devils will punt and set the Panthers up with fantastic field position at midfield. And so Danucci hands it off to Darren Hall again. He finds a ton of space up the middle, hauls into the open field, dives his way forward for 31, and Darren Hall having the game of his life right now, just racking up the yards. That's 5 carries of 20 or more yards now for the junior running back, and the Panthers are in business. They run a sweep. That's Maurice French on the outside, and he is Mr. Fantastic. Picks up 10 for the Panthers, setting up 2nd and inches. So in the shotgun again, it's Danucci with Hall to his right. He's going to run the clock down. Hands off to Darren Hall. Plenty of space up the middle, and Hall powers his way into the end zone. Darren Hall finally gets the reward for all the hard running that he has done today, and the Panthers have broken this one wide open and take a 30-13 lead. You can see Darren Hall is absolutely flowing with confidence right now. He is running over Duke defenders right now and picking up huge gains time and time again. Jones does a fantastic job eluding the pressure. He's got Taylor on a catch and run. DeMar Hamlin and Avonte Maddox will give chase, and Hamlin finally brings him down after a 54-yard catch and run. I think that was Barry Jenkins on the pressure. Jones did a fantastic job to shake him and go for a huge gain. But Jones on the outside, he's picked off. Avonte Maddox takes the ball away, and he could take this one back. He's chased down. That's Jones trying to bring him down. He does bring him down near midfield, but Avonte Maddox, after getting torched on a touchdown by Rahming and Jones, that combination earlier today, finally gets his revenge with the interception, and the Panthers take the ball over here with 2 minutes to play in the 3rd quarter and a chance to really put this game to bed. So Danucci back to pass, throws outside, nearly intercepted, looking for Aaron Matthews, who's kind of taken over that role as a big target for Jester Wea, and the Panthers would have to punt the ball away. So Duke takes over now. They're near midfield, setting up 1st and 10 with Jones in the shotgun with one guy to his right. They fake the screen. It's a deep ball. It's intercepted. Another pick. 2 consecutive passes picked. Jordan Whitehead's going to take this ball away, cut up the middle, and he fumbles. The ball's loose, and Taylor recovers it. An absolute just twist of fate for the Panthers as Whitehead plays takeaway and then gives the ball right back to the Blue Devils, giving them second life to try and get back into this game. He took a fantastic return, but then just got a little bit greedy, didn't protect the ball, and it scoots out of his grasp as he was going down. But we'll have to see, as this one is under review. He may have touched the ground. Let's take a look, and it definitely looks like, if we take a look here at the slow-mo replay, I think Whitehead's right knee and his elbow look to come down before that ball comes out. So we'll see if the Panthers get the ball back.
The ruling on the field is reversed.
The rule on the field is they do. The play is reversed, so the interception will stand. No fumble for Jordan Whitehead, and the Panthers will have the ball at the Duke 49-yard line, looking to really put this game to bed. So it's Darren Hall. He gets outside. Another unbelievable run as he's twirled forward, does a little pirouette to get about 5 more yards. He's up to 178 on the day, and through 3 quarters, your Pitt Panthers leading 30-13 over the Duke Blue Devils. We'll be back for the 4th quarter on the Pitt Panthers Football Network. So the Panthers 1st and 10 here, just over 9 minutes to play in the fourth quarter. Danucci's got 3 to his right, a little bit of motion. The handoff is to Quadri Olison, making his return to the game and picks up 11 yards, takes a couple defenders with him, and he's down now to the 2-yard line. So Darren Hall returns to this matchup with Danucci under center, 2 tight ends to the right. So a bit of a heavy set with George Aston in the offset eye. Matthews split out wide to the left. Aston goes in motion, makes it a real heavy set. The handoff's going to be Darren Hall, and he has all day to waltz into the end zone, and the Panthers have taken a 24-point lead, 37-13 over the Blue Devils, and things have really gone the Panthers' way in the second half. Jones goes back on a screen, something that worked really well for Duke in the first half, and the Panthers bring everyone, DeMar Hamlin, James Folston in to take down the Duke redshirt sophomore quarterback and, create 3rd and 5 now for the Blue Devils. Jones back to pass, and he's brought down. That's Hendricks, his 2nd sack of the day, and Duke is going to be forced into a punt. Dwayne Hendricks now double-digit sacks on the season. That's his 10th. And it comes at a big time as the Panthers can take the ball and try and eat as much clock as possible with Darren Hall. And there's the handoff. He's not going to get a ton of yards on that carry, but that will push him over 200 for the day. So 24 carries for Hall, 201 yards, and a pair of touchdowns. An unbelievable performance from the junior running back. His breakout game, you really have to say. He's just been lights out, and you can't say enough about the blocking for the Panthers as well. Though the Blue Devils 21 yards to Chris Taylor on the outside to pick up a first down. 3rd and 5 now, manageable as Jones dropped back. Plenty of time in the shotgun, and he goes over the middle. That's Jonathan Lloyd to pick up the first down for the Blue Devils. So they're moving the ball. Dane Jackson, you can see, he's come out with a strained shoulder, but he should be good to return to the game in a few plays. Just going to need a bit of a breather now. They go outside to Ajegbe, out wide. He breaks 2 tackles past Paris Ford. DeMar Hamlin can't bring him down. Finally, the freshman Kaiser Artist Scott knocks him out at the 12, and it's going to set up chance for the Blue Devils here in the red zone. 2nd and 11. That's Lloyd, but Jonathan Lloyd can't bring the ball in. It was right in his hands. The Panthers get a bit of fortune there, and Duke now is going to have to go for it on 4th and 4. From the Pitt 5, Jones is back to pass. He looks, he finds Helm, but the Panthers swarm him. 3 men come together, led by Jordan Whitehead, and they push him out, and that's going to force a turnover on downs. The Panthers will take over, and they'll bring in a few of the youngsters or the second stringers to get a chance of action. McVitie, great throw. He's got Arujo Lopes on the deep ball. If he'd have caught that, he was gone. But McVitie just, Arujo Lopes really should have put his hands out for. It was a great throw, you have to say. McVitie, for all the struggles he's had this year, that was a fantastic throw. Jones here looking deep, does find Lloyd. He's not able to be brought down by Paris Ford, and a garbage time touchdown, though, for the Duke Blue Devils. It's not going to be enough. They're not going to get the onside kick, and the Panthers will take over, run the clock out, and come away with a 37-19 victory led by that man, Darren Hall, 210 yards. Honestly, one of the best performances by a running back that we've had in this entire dynasty. Even with all the great performances from James Conner last year, this is definitely up there as one of the top. Jester Weah with a big touchdown for the Panthers. It's going to be really tough. We'll hope to see him back at some point this season, but we'll have to wait and see what his prognosis is after, a trip to the, with the medical staff to get some tests done on his back and see how that's going to play out for him. But either way, a great performance from the Panthers, one that they have a lot of positives to take away from. They fought resiliently, didn't let the Duke lead in the first half get to them, and really ran Duke out of the building in the second half. So as always, guys, thank you so much for watching here on the Pitt Panthers Football Network. We'll see you soon. Hail to Pitt. Take care. Bye-bye.